Hi, Scorpios. Welcome. Let's see what you have for your reading today. My name is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. This is a general love reading for my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Let's see what's coming towards you. Please use any of my readings to manifest the love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. Spirit, please share with me for my Scorpios. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear today? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have protection. The universe is keeping your love connection safe. Sometimes you have to put it in the hands of the universe, just this is out of my control. If we're meant to be, we'll be. And if we're meant to find each other again, we'll find each other again. So whatever it is, but sometimes we just have to trust, trust the journey and trust the universe, trust spirit. I have love language. Speaking each other's love language nurtures this to grow. I always like the couple who can just look at each other and they know what the other's thinking, or they look at each other and they know it's time to leave without anybody saying, anything at a party. So there's always that eye contact, that body language, that interaction that happens between people who are very intimate and know each other very well. So you're developing your own love language with your person. I love that. That would be beautiful. I have a new chapter. A new chapter in your book of love is calling for a fresh start. So are you starting a new chapter in your life? Are you opening up a new chapter of your book of love? Is this a new connection? I mean, sometimes we have many chapters. Sometimes we have short chapters. We have long chapters. Sometimes that book needs to be disbanded from the library. But are you writing a new book of love? Let's see what Spirit has. These are really, really large cards. They're the Victorian, what is this called? Something, the Victorian Tarot by Baba Studios. They're beautiful, but they're oversized. All right, let's see what they're saying. Let's pick a couple of these. All right. So I have a Three of Pentacles. Oh, gorgeous. I have a Devil right in the middle of this reading. Look at that. And I have a Six of Swords. Now, I have to tell you, I don't normally read the Three of Pentacles as interference, but with that Devil right next to it, and then that Six of Swords, I'm going to say somebody butted in, okay? Someone interfered, and I don't know, just, I mean, we all know what happens when somebody interferes, but Spirit's saying it's the devils and the unknown. So it's the not knowing what happened. It's the assuming what happened, or feeling or getting evidence of something happening, but it's not knowing what really happened. That is probably more upsetting to you than the actual act of somebody being with somebody. But it's the deception. It is the being lied to. It is they're saying you had no choice but to move on. So, sometimes we move on. We don't know what's on the other side. And if what Spirit's sharing with me is that you're starting a new chapter, maybe this person did you a favor. I know it's hard to look at something like that, but when you enter into that new, look at this, bottom of my deck is the Lover's card. So I feel, and a King of Cups. Okay, I'm going to take those. So everything happens for a reason. And we are so hurt sometimes by that person who decides to be with somebody else. The grass is greener, the deception, the lies, whatever it is. And we have a choice. We either forgive and forget and we stay there and trust they'll never do it again, or we say, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I lost my trust in you, and I feel like there's something better. I feel like this interference did you a favor. I feel that if spirit separated you from that person, it was because they want to align you with this new person. And sometimes we just don't see it when we're in it. It's only when we move forward and we look back and we realize what spirit did. They remove somebody from your life in order to bring you something so much better. So I feel like many of you are going on that journey right now, and I guess you just have to believe it if you're in it. So let's see what else they have. I have a lightning, a sudden change, a shock, a surprise, a transformation. So did somebody, I'm going to use the word upheaval, okay? Did somebody create this upheaval in your life? Did your world turn upside down? And there was no going back. And it's like a cat. You had to land on your feet. So I do feel like this happened suddenly, and maybe that's the hardest part, is like it really wasn't you weren't expecting it. So it was very difficult. But this Lover's card could be coming into you also very unexpectedly. And we could look at that lightning bolt as, a sudden burst of energy of love also, that somebody's coming towards you. I have a cup of coffee, a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee drinker. Raise your hand if you're a coffee drinker. I can't function without my coffee in the morning. It's like, don't even talk to me till I've had my coffee. A separation, sadness, whatever this changes. And they're saying now they're missing you. Okay. But you might not want to go back to this person. They could be realizing that they made a big mistake and they're sorry, but sometimes sorry isn't good enough. Not when spirit has something better for you. I have a mirror, mirroring each other, mirroring reflections. You could be feeling what your person is going through. You could be wondering, what do they miss you because you miss them? Sometimes when somebody's like ripped out of our life very quickly, we want it back to what it was so fast that we don't think about the consequences. We don't think about what just happened. We're like in shock. So our immediate response is, I just want back what I had yesterday. I don't want this because this hurts. So there's almost this feeling of, I'm thinking like you are. I'm thinking like everything's going to be fine. And we can just forgive and forget, and we can just move on. And then all of a sudden reality catches up with you down the road. And you think, you know what? I didn't deserve to be treated this way. I didn't deserve this pain, this hurt, and I'm not going to accept it. So, but I think a lot of us, our first response is shock. And we just want back what we had. We just don't want to be in that pain. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were mirroring each other in some way. I have a hammer. That came into me as they sabotaged this. They knocked this down. They brought this to an end. So they have nobody to blame but themselves. And Spirit's saying it's okay for you to move on. It's okay for you to question it. It's okay for you to still have feelings and mixed feelings. But at some point, you just have to say what's best for me. And what's best for you is probably in this case, moving on for most of you, even if somebody's saying, I miss you. Okay, you should have thought about that before. Spirit, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Tell me about the new love. Tell me about the new feelings coming my way, or have that new relationship that has come into my life after this lightning bolt tower moment. You are very special to me, and I'm planning on taking action to prove how important you really are in my life. So I'm not a big, I want you to prove me person. I don't think somebody should have to jump through hoops to be with you. I think they should be able to be themselves. I think they should be, you should see their goodness and you should see their flaws. But this person wants you to see the best in them. So this is going to be somebody who doesn't drop the ball, who is consistent, who does all the right things, Spirit's saying. And for lack of better terms, this is the nice person that, you usually push away because they're just the nice person. And maybe they're not as exciting as somebody else or somebody from your past, but this is the person that wouldn't harm you also. You are meant to be a power couple and show others how love can truly conquer all. Maybe your work brings you together. Maybe there's something connecting you that, together we're stronger. Our minds are very synergistic. We feed off of each other. We get excited about, you could both really love your careers and you could both see that you can motivate each other and help each other in some way in these careers. So a lot of people do that. A lot of people love to work with their significant other and they're very successful, and because they love their careers, they love their work. So whatever they're passionate about, if that includes their person also, they usually do very well. So you guys could have something in common along those lines. I have abandonment issues and I have been let down by every single person I've allowed to get close to me. So there's that lightning bolt that comes in. There's that hammer, somebody sabotaging a relationship, somebody walking away, somebody ghosting. And you think every time that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen every time. If Spirit's bringing you this special person who is going to try to prove to you that they're not the person who's going to walk away, they might even say that, like, I'm not the one that hurt you. I'm not the one that left you. I'm not the one that cheated on you. I'm right here, right in front of you, doing all the right things. So I need you to appreciate me. And sometimes because we have all those wounds from our past, crazy people, that we don't see the good right in front of us. So Spirit could be just saying, like, look at what's right in front of you. Look at what I will be putting right in front of you. Don't compare it to another, they just said. You are the only one to set boundaries with me. At first it upset me, but I know now you did it for your own good. And that's a way of protecting yourself. That's a way of saying, when you cross this line, that's unacceptable to me. I'm not going to tolerate that, or I'm just, this is, if this is gonna work, these are my boundaries. Okay. You can't sleep with other people when we're together. Like, okay, boundary number one is we are faithful, whatever your boundaries are. And this person's going to have to respect them. And I feel like sometimes we don't set enough boundaries, especially early on. We've got to kind of set the ground rules for what is acceptable and what's not acceptable behavior within a relationship for you. Let's see what else they have for you, because this is a new chapter, and that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on, you literally are writing a new chapter. I have Sovereign. Focus your power to manifest your dreams. Now, I like this King and Queen energy because I feel like they're equals. I feel that they are equally elevated. They are equally powerful. They're equally within their own, something along those lines. So there's no one person has, more to offer than the other one. One person's certainly not better than the other one, but it's kind of showing me that you're both at the same level and you are, both royalty. You're both royalty. I have Mystery. Unlock the secrets that elude you. Now, the shell is coming into me as you have a tendency to climb into your shell. That you could be the one that pulls back. You could be the one that puts up a defense, and maybe you admit it or you don't admit it, but you could be the one that's saying, prove it to me. When you prove it to me that you're worthy of me, then I will give you my time, my energy. But again, nobody wants to prove anything. You don't want that person to think that way about you. Do you want to jump through hoops to be with that person? No. You want somebody to accept you for who you are. But I feel like some of us do, when they show me that they really want this, but if they're not getting any response from you, if somebody's giving some effort and they're putting in the time and they're just doing the right things and they're not getting a response from you that you're grateful or you're happy or you want to do more, you want to spend more time together, then they're going to pull away. They're going to say, you know, what's in it for me? So you have to meet them halfway. Spirit just said, you got to meet them halfway. You got to put in the energy as well. And you can't expect them to, I guess, put in all the effort. You've got to both put in effort. I have conquest. Bridge the gap with every small step. Now, I like the doorway. I like the arch. I like the fact that we, you know, once we climb those stairs and go through the archway, we're going to be on some kind of other side, right? What's behind that doorway? And I feel like that's something that you are struggling with, that I would love to see what's on the other side. I would love to know my future. I would love to know what's coming. But they're also saying one step at a time, and I will get you there. I will get you to that door so that you can turn that knob and you can walk through. Now, whether it's the door to your future, a door of a new home, a door with a new life with somebody, but it's going to happen, you know, in God's timing, at God's pace, and one step at a time. So we have to go through that to get there. Spirit, please share with me this new chapter. I feel like there's confusion, okay, that a little bit of the confusion is this going to keep happening to me? And the answer is no. It's at some point, it's not going to keep happening to you because you're going to meet the right person who isn't the one who's hurting you. But the more important thing is that you have to get rid of the energy that it can keep happening to you so that you attract the type of person that isn't looking to abandon you, isn't looking to just be casual or what's in it for me, or certainly what did we, you know, all this interference, this upheaval in your life, this drama in your life, this crazy in your life. So you want to be really, really secure so that you're attracting the king, right? If you're a queen, you want to attract a king, whatever. If you're a king, you want to attract a king. If you're a queen, you want to attract a queen. It doesn't matter. You want to attract the person who is at your save level. So right now, I feel like the confusion is, I just feel like I keep attracting the wrong people. But that's not necessarily true. You've got to just change your mindset to, I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to choose wiser. I'm going to listen to my intuition so that I put the energy and time into somebody that's worthy of my time. So I don't waste my time and I'm not spinning my wheels. And here's the tower. This is the confusion. I just feel like every time I enter into something, I end up here. And it shouldn't be confusing in the sense that it's going to just keep repeating itself. So you got to find out why. You've got to find out, what could I be doing differently to attract a different type of person, or to say no, more importantly, to the energy that keeps coming into my life sooner, you know, that I recognize the red flags faster and I stopped it and I didn't continue and I put it to an end so that you're not in this kind of vicious cycle of of meeting the wrong people. So we do want this person who is ready to start this new journey with you, but it's going to be after a tower moment. It is. In some of you, it's a very difficult upheaval. It's a very difficult upheaval. Here's some fighting, 5 of Wands. I don't know how the fighting started. I don't know, we said the wrong things to each other. We went round and round. I wish I hadn't said things. I want more security. Here's my 10 of Pentacles. So it's almost this feeling of, this is what I had and this is what I will have. And Spirit is just trying to show you, there's a bridge to get there. There is a bridge to get there, and it's one step at a time. I have an 8 of Cups. Walk away from the feelings that no longer serve you. Walk towards that abundance, that 9 of Cups, that 10 of Cups. So leaving behind you the person who hurt you. I don't care if they miss you. I have an 8 of Swords. You're not trapped. They can't hold you hostage. If you feel like they're holding you hostage emotionally, if you feel like I'm not even with them and I don't even want to be with them, but why do I think about them? It's because they're thinking about you. Okay, if they're popping up into your head, it's because they're thinking about you. I miss you. I want you back. I made the mistake. How could I get you back? But you got to cut that. You got to say to Spirit, I don't want this popping into my head. I need to move on. I need to find that security and that happiness for me. I need to write a new chapter of my love life. I need to know that something better is out there. Something more fulfilling for me is coming. So I have a Page of Swords, changing your thoughts. It's your mindset. It's your actions. It is your I have to do something different. I have to try different things to get those thoughts out of my head. And I know a lot of us struggle with that. I know that that's something in my private readings. I talk a lot about that because people are like, why is this person still in my mind? I don't want this person in my head because they're thinking about you. And it's energy, and think of it as an invisible wire. And those wires are connected like a telephone line. And if they're thinking of you, it's a direct wire to you. So they're pushing their energy on you. You receive it, you feel it, and they pop into your head. And you're like, what the hell? I don't want to be thinking about this person. So you got somebody out there that unfortunately, I think knows they made some mistakes and probably realizes that they pushed away the best thing that ever happened to them. I have a Judgment. Now that is coming into me as you making the best choice on the face of the earth for yourself, that you have the best judgment moving forward. And you're not going to let anybody do this to you again. You're not going to let anybody treat you this way again. And I guess you'll be, smarter, in the sense that you say no sooner. Like I said, you say no sooner to the wrong people. I have a 2 of Pentacles. Spirit's going to give you a choice. All of you. Now, some of you may have a choice with, do I go back? Do I go back or do I move forward? And some of you, you're the only one who can decide that. But some of you may have a choice. The past may try to reappear, and at the same time, Spirit could be putting some kind of new love in front of you. And that could be a really, really hard decision. I have a Death card. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But maybe Spirit is saying this is really over. This is really over, and you have to realize that it's really over. It's been gone, and it's not coming back. And maybe it's the best thing that it doesn't come back. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I want you to move ahead with security and strength and energy and like this slow and steady energy. And we can do this. We can do this. Look at this beautiful 10 of Cups. It's a new deck for me. It's a Victorian deck. It's so pretty. And look at that beautiful rainbow and this beautiful little family. And I swear to God, I was born, one of my past lives has to be in this era, the Victorian era. I love Victorian architecture. I love the clothes. Like, how come I can't wear that big dress-up dress every day now? Like, I think I would look gorgeous in that big dress-up dress. So, but this is happy. This is happy. This is happy home, happy life. This is secure. This is I'm loved. This is a person who says to you, I'm not the one that hurt you. I'm the one who loves you. And this is moving forward, Spirit just said. This is you moving forward. And I think I have a High Priestess, gorgeous, at the bottom of my deck. I want you to listen to your own voice. Listen to what is best for you. Your intuition is telling you that when I have that choice presented to me, what am I going to do with it? And I think your intuition is going to be crystal clear. Let's do some love messages. Now, this person might not even have arrived in your life yet. Maybe that's why there's some feelings of, it's really hard for me to move on. I'm really struggling right now. I need to know that something better is ahead of me. But let's do some love messages. If this person's in your life, claim it. Great. If not, we're manifesting today. And Spirit's just reminding you that sometimes there's no going backwards. There's no going backwards. It's not going to be worth it, even if somebody says all the right things. Not when I have that 10 of Cups heading into my future. I have shifted my attention to somebody else. That's what I want you to do. I want you to shift your attention to somebody else. Tell that whether you're in a relationship or not, if that person comes back, just say, I'm not available. And just imply that you're in a relationship with somebody else. I'm no longer available. I'm not interested. I feel lost without you. So you do have somebody that is pining over you. I am so afraid you will leave me in the end. So I think this person's really faced facts that you are gone forever, or they really are feeling it now. And I don't know. They're struggling. One day I will go down on one knee and offer you a lifetime of love. Now that's what I want you to sign up for, because you've got somebody, based on your good judgment, that you have somebody who wants a future with you. They're going to propose. They'll put a ring on your finger. Security, a home, family, whatever it is that you are manifesting. But I feel that we have to realize that we really have to let go of that past in order to invite that new energy in. So I know you know that. And if you've been wondering, why is this person popping into my head then? Because I have been trying to move on. It's because that person hasn't moved on. That person is thinking about you. So the only way you can guard yourself from something like that is you ask Spirit to help you. Please remove this person's energy from my thoughts or from me receiving these thoughts. Put a big dome around you, an invisible bubble around you. I guard myself. I protect myself from these thoughts. I don't want them coming to me randomly. I'm not available to this person. So you may have to do it 100 times a day, but at some point it feels like you have made progress because they're not popping into your head anymore. I feel a deep love for what we have together. So we want a deeper love, and we want a committed love, and we want somebody who is there for you. And Spirit shared with me today that you are starting a new chapter. So no matter where you are in this journey, whatever page you're on, it's yours. And you can do as much with it as you want. Okay. You've got to protect yourself. You've got to shield yourself. You've got to, look to the future. You've got to trust your intuition. So you got a lot of work to do, right? It's not easy writing a book, but Spirit's going to meet you halfway, because you're not doing it alone, right? You're doing it with the universe. You're doing it with divine timing. You're doing it with soul contracts that are out there. So you're not doing it alone. But today I feel like Spirit is just reminding you that there is going to be a day that the other side is here. And hopefully for many of you, the other side has arrived and you are in a happier place. And if you are, let us all know, give us hope and inspiration and say, yeah, I made it through a tower moment and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because now I'm with the person who I'm meant to be with, and I'm so much happier today. That's what we all need to hear, because I feel like that is my message for my Scorpios today, is that you are going to arrive on that other side, and the other side is happy. The other side is peace of mind. The other side is security, you know. So I feel like that's what Spirit needed you to hear today. So we're going to put this out into the universe. Claim it, own it, it's yours. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. And I want to thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your kind words and your comments. I really appreciate it. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website. I'll put the link below, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. In the meantime, I will see you guys all again in another Love Messages real soon.